I think it's actually the
daddy-daughter cooking show.
Dad and Daddy
Yeah.
cooking show.
Perfect.
Good job.
All right. So if you didn't see the first one, go back and watch it and see what we're doing here. We're going through the Culinary Institute of America, the Young Chef book. Recipes and techniques for kids who love to cook. So we went through the first part of it about safety and what we were doing. And now we're back. We need to go back a little bit further, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to.
So today, what are we doing?
We're going through the equipment essentials and other essentials.
Other essentials, essential techniques, and some cooking styles. So we brought along with us a pot, a pan. What's this pan?
That is a non-stick pan.
A non-stick pan, or like a skillet type of, a skillet type. And then, so this would be like a saucepan, but as you can see, it's not a non-stick one.
If it also has a lid, that one don't.
Yeah, we didn't, well, it does have a lid, we just didn't get out the lid.
Yeah, we only got out the little lid.
Yeah, only got out the little lid. So non-stick, the surfaces are good for cooking eggs, but the non-stick coating can become toxic if it's left on high heat. So if it starts to crumble off there, probably time to get rid of it and get a new one.
Don't want to be eating toxic things.
Right. Aluminum pans, they're not real heavy, and they
don't cook, they don't conduct heat very evenly.
Yeah, so how about what would be better if we did that? Maybe stainless steel?
Yeah.
Yeah, stainless steel. So and then they're not going to stain. They're not going to look all rusty if you put them in the dishwasher if you cook them that way. We try to wash ours by hand if we're not being lazy. So cast iron, they're awesome, but they are extremely heavy. Have you seen one?
No.
You seen one of Pappy's?
Yeah, I've seen one.
Yeah. And then glass baking dishes or Pyrex. I don't know why you're not saying anything. What do we got out here in front? Because that's what we're moving on to next. What are those?
Those are knives.
Yeah, and what does Allie not do with those knives?
I do not touch them.
Perfect.
Good
So we
job.
got 3 different types of knife here. So these are some that we've gotten from. Do you know where we got these at?
Your wedding.
Yeah,
Wedding gifts?
the one in the middle that's a chef's knife that has seen better days was from our wedding. But the serrated ones came from Pappy.
Yeah.
His dad liked to cook a lot, so they came from them. This one being a
Serrated knife.
A serrated knife. What would you use a serrated knife for?
Well, like I do a lot of baking, so you use it to level cakes.
You could do it to level cakes or breads, other baking goods. We'll set it over here so Allie doesn't get the notion to try to touch it. Here, do you want to hold this?
Yeah.
Do you know what we do with that?
No.
We use that. We could use that to sharpen knives.
Yeah, and we can cut it with lemons.
You could try to cut a lemon with that, or just use it as a bat with lemons. All right, so
that might be a little dangerous.
So a chef's knife.
Ooh.
This one has seen much better days. Yeah, looks like we need to get some new ones.
Yeah.
So holding it safely.
It doesn't talk about holding it yet.
Oh, well, that's better down the road, so we won't put it very far away. Chef's knife, and do you know what this one is?
Paring knife.
A paring knife. Yeah, so a paring knife, a short knife, used for trimming, peeling. Sometimes if we do it with apples. My great-grandma, she used to use a peeling knife, and she could go around the apple, and she could do a whole apple and peel it with a paring knife.
And her name is Mima.
Wow.
No, that's your grandma. My great-grandma, her name was Big Mama.
Big Mama made a big splash.
That's what she did.
What was my grandma?
I don't know. She made apple pies. So that was what she did, and she was an expert at peeling apples. All right, let's talk about some of the other stuff that we got up here. We got a strainer or colander. straining things off, getting liquids off of things, put your noodles in there and get them done.
Measuring cups.
Measuring cups. Let's not smack that on the table.
All different sizes.
All different sizes.
You got small, you got medium, and you got large.
I wanted to hold it up.
Oh, you want to hold one up? How about you hold the little one up?
Hold the little one up.
There you go. Hold that one up.
This one's little. Baby Polly can use it.
Baby Polly can use it. All right, moving on. So we got your for your Christmas? Is that what it was, or for your birthday? Birthday, you got some baking supplies.
So
measuring cups, all different sizes, color coordinated, so that we can. Okay, you show those. I'm gonna move these knives further away.
We have some more
measuring spoons.
We have a spatula.
A spatula, kind of a spatula spoon type of thing.
And then we have another one.
Yeah.
And then we have a ladle. Very, very helpful for when making soups.
Yeah.
And then a whisk.
A whisk.
Oh.
And then you have more measuring spoons down there.
No clue why they're down there, but, you know.
Because she took them off and used them and didn't put them back, and they just got thrown in the bottom. I bet is what happened.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Then we've got some tongs.
And this is actually a little one.
Do you know what this is?
It's a spatula for pancakes.
A spatula for pancakes. That's what we had this morning.
Yeah, we did. But this is a medium.
I feel like I should have another one.
This is
like I feel like I should have like a 1.5.
This is a small big one. This is a really big one. So these all go together. So let me just put them back.
So this is my life right now. Then we're gonna move into the book moves on after that. After you get all your tools, then techniques. So we talk about on the chef's knife. It goes in and it talks about.
What about mine?
I don't know. What about yours? Talk about this being the point,
Is a
the
big
tip,
spoon.
the back of the knife,
Is a big
the cutting
spoon.
edge,
Don't do it! Don't do it!
This is a little spoon.
the heel of the knife, the bolster, and of course the handle. And that was where ours is kind of
done for.
It's kind of breaking. So on a paring knife, same type of things that you got on that. All the knives are
basically the same.
well, as far as the parts of the knife. I put them away. Why you keep moving away from me?
These are for tongs.
Tongs.
For chicken, and you clip them like that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mom, Dad, let me do these.
Okay. Go on.
This is a sugar cup, right?
It can be used for sugar.
A half a teaspoon.
And this one is for sugar.
Actually, that one may be. This one is a teaspoon. This is a tablespoon. This is 1 teaspoon.
They can be used for all sorts of things.
That's a half a teaspoon.
For what?
For
anything.
Just stuff that you want to measure out. That you need a half a teaspoon.
And this is a 4.5 cup.
It is a quarter cup. It's a quarter cup.
Let me do what I explained about
Okay, I'm
sugar
sorry.
and everything.
Do you like sugar?
Yeah. And so
she has so much energy.
So we wanted to show you all Izzy's
Hey,
saying.
can you put them in the Can you put them in the strainer? Put them in the strainer. I got a question to ask you. Have you ever cut an onion before?
No.
Have you ever been around somebody that cut an onion before?
No. I've been around an onion.
You were out in the yard the other day and you picked a wild onion and tried to eat it, didn't you?
No, I picked a wild onion and tried to eat it.
Oh, and how'd that work out for you?
It just tasted like grass.
It
But
was,
I mean, it had the slightest bit of oniony taste. But I like to pick the wild onions and chop them up with a paring knife.
but it was actually grass.
How come you don't use a chef's knife?
Because it's so large.
And you're
Yeah,
afraid of
and
it?
I will tell you about these now.
Hey, Allison, we're done with these. We're done with these. Okay, we've moved on. We got to get on so people aren't just sitting here watching you explain what cup is for what cup. You gonna suck your thumb?
Okay.
So using a chef's knife, they're showing us how to peel and chop an onion. And it has a question down there. Why do onions
make you cry?
Yeah. Because you hate to see them get all chopped up. That's why.
No,
very
you
emotional
actually
experience.
cry because you don't want to eat them.
You cry because you don't want to eat the onion. You're like, oh my gosh, Dad, don't cut up the onion. I don't want to eat it. Is that why you cry?
Did the onion have to get chopped up?
Enzymes that are in the onion is what makes you cry. So if you can put something over your eyes and knock those enzymes from coming up and fuming up into your eyes, that could stop it. Also talks about after you cut it in half, if you run it underneath some water or put it in a freezer or the refrigerator for about 30 minutes before you cut it.
Onions.
Well, those are called julienne vegetables.
We'll get on to those in a second.
We'll just show you there, julienne vegetables. So julienne, cutting long, uniform sticks that you can dip in ranch dressing.
This is actually a spatula.
Yeah, that's still a spatula. And then dicing it talks about, and then we talk about measuring stuff. Are you out of here? Okay, see you later. Measuring, equivalence of measuring, what it kind of equals, how you can do substituting if maybe you don't have a teaspoon, what you can do instead for that. So when I like to do this, when I cook at the house, I tend to make a huge mess and use a lot of bowls.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
It's an experience for me.
Oh, trust me, it's an experience, all right.
And then it's an experience for you when you clean up the kitchen.
Oh, trust me. Yeah.
You don't clean up the kitchen.
I know I don't. Clean up the
Mommy
kitchen.
cleans up the kitchen.
I know.
Welcome back.
This is my kite, and I'm going to go outside with my dad and fly it.
We're kind of making a video here.
Yeah, you can hear how windy it is outside, though. So then after that, we talk about cooking methods, which are sautéing. If you want to start with a hot pan, add a little fat, olive oil, butter. All right, see you later. Then the food that you want, you can sauté it up. And using the right equipment for that, a sautéing pan or a skillet like the non-skillet one that we showed there.
Non-stick, you mean?
What did I say?
You said non-skillet.
A non-skillet, a non-stick skillet.
Great job talking. If you don't already notice from the last video, he can't talk very well.
And you just kind of got the giggles. So
trust me, yeah.
It goes into the cooking methods and shows sautéing step by step. So we'll get into that once we start doing some cooking. And then it talks about... Okay. She seems to be taking care of the dog, or the dog is taking care of her.
More the other way around.
Once you cook some stuff up in your pan, you can make sauces out of the fats and stuff that are left over from the meat that you're cooking. Stuff like that. A slurry, cornstarch you can use. Flour to thicken it up a little bit. You've seen Mommy do with the cornstarch and some water. And
it kind of looks like oobleck.
yeah. You can stick your hand in and pull it back out. Is that what it does?
That's more slime. Oobleck, you can punch it and it'll stay hard, but when you stick your finger in slowly, your fingers slides right here through. Maybe
we'll have to make some of that and see what's going on. Slime, I've had enough time with slime.
Slime's overrated. It's out of here.
That
was so 2019.
So now we're in 2020 and we're on life skills.
Oh, life skills and coronavirus.
Stir fry. Using a wok for that. We actually don't have a wok. But,
what's a wok?
Well, it's like when you start putting one foot in front of the other and you move down the street. It's how you walk.
What the heck?
A wok, so you can see, it's how you make stir fry. So yeah.
We did sort of a stir fry thing.
Yeah, we just did it in a different pan.
The chicken and the broccoli, which is actually a recipe in here.
Yeah. So we cooked it the other day, but we didn't use a wok for that. You can throw your vegetables in there until they are tender. So water chestnuts, soy sauce, stuff like that. So high heat when you're doing stir fry is an Asian cooking technique that quickly cooks small pieces of vegetable. Maybe we'll do a stir fry and we can figure out about it. Pan frying, So that's what I do with the pork chops when I do it, and I put a
That's
really flour or like some breadcrumbs on there. Steaming the broccoli when we boil water on the oven.
And my dad
on the
also
stove.
helped me clean my kitchen.
Yeah, we cleaned your kitchen this morning. Then grilling. I like to grill.
Yeah,
What do you like to grill?
We don't really have a grill anymore, do we?
No.
I really like to grill with my Mima.
And Meemaw grills at her house.
We like to make steak and chicken, and sometimes we'll grill some hot dogs.
And we only grill.
Yeah, we grill our vegetables on.
Yeah, we need to talk about what we grill on the sink.
Okay, you talk about that, and we'll talk about roasting.
I don't
So
know
when you can
how
pan
much
roast
about
stuff,
it.
when you're doing the ground meats,
Oh, look, we can read about that.
the temperatures. What's in a hot dog? Hot dogs are a pureed mixture of meat, fat, water, spices, salt. What else am I using? Binders, usually like dry milk. One of the recipes that are at the beginning actually calls for dried milk.
Dried milk, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can leave.
Don't leave the cameras alone.
You had in it.
Okay, thanks. Then
Baking.
baking. Sorry if the camera goes moving. The little one is trying to see if my head is in the shot.
I can't see this one.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. It's all right. Okay. Well, there you go. We'll switch to a different camera for that big movement.
Okay.
So baking, as far as cakes. Hey.
Get your hand out of there.
So how to cook flavorful food. We go taste and aroma. Have you ever you know when you don't like food to eat sometimes, and I'll have you hold your nose.
You can't. Okay, you talked about this one time. You can't taste your food or like your beverage without chewing it. What is it with that?
The nose contains olfactory receptors, which are cells that send aromas to your brain, and then they combine that with what is going on in your taste buds, and that is what creates the full flavor. So sometimes even when you hold your nose, you can still taste it a little bit, but not the full-on flavor.
I used to not like carrots. I would hold my nose. That's proof how your taste buds change.
Yeah.
I love carrots now.
Yeah.
I'm twins with Chester. If you don't know who Chester is,
It's your horse.
Yeah, it's my horse.
Yeah, I don't know
And
if you know who
I
Chester
also
is.
have a horse. His name is Puddle, and I have another horse that I don't know his name.
Yeah, she has an imaginary horse.
Yeah, his name is Puddle, but I have a real horse, but I don't know.
So different flavors go with different things, and then, for one that's more aromatic or one that's a little more of a hearty taste in it with steak, things like that, and putting together. Goes in and talks about that through here. And then how food fuels your body. So it teaches about how you're making food and what you're putting into your body, and not just eating empty calories. You're eating calories that are actually going to do something for your body, that have protein and stuff like that. If you're eating empty calories, you're going to be what in a little bit?
So there's a
Hungry again was the answer.
This is a sugar cup.
I can't talk either.
All right.
This is
What are you gonna
a
tell me?
sugar cup.
Yeah.
And-
Hey, Sis is talking.
Hey, I'm talking.
All right.
So they have a recommended servings for kids. So fruits are
Fruits, vegetables, grains, protein. It goes into it in this book here, which is the Young Chef.
I think we all know
Then
this.
nutrients, whole grains, fiber, what all's going on, and then we move in to the recipes.
recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully the next time we'll have the ingredients that we need to start making some recipes. Starting out with breakfasts, we're gonna make on-the-go cereal balls, and there's another one on the page, the high protein
chocolate, and
Those are
banana.
cereals. Those
The-
are actually
breakfast shakes,
Yeah.
high protein chocolate, and banana
I'm gonna make.
breakfast shakes.
I'm gonna make them cookies.
All right. You make your eggs. Can you tell everybody bye while you finish up on your eggs?
Bye.
See you later.